Hey, welcome to my first YouTube video. My name is Starlit Hex, and today we will be drawing lots of thingsies. But first, I gotta apologize because I have yet to animate my Sona, which you can see on the screen right now, so that she can kind of jump around in videos while I'm explaining what I'm doing. But this will have to do for now. As you can see by the title of this video, I asked my TikTok followers to send me their OCs, and I picked 3 that I'm going to draw for free today. And well, there's a lot more. I got like over 250 different OCs. There's no way I can draw all of that, but I might make a part 2 soon. I apologize for my raspy voice. I have a cold, but I hope you enjoy, and please subscribe or subscribble if you want to help my art career grow. Yay! Okay, let's begin. So starting off with the first OC, this was a druid tiefling, and I was immediately mesmerized by her, especially because of the color palette. As you might know from seeing my art, I love purple. Purple is my favorite color. More specifically, that periwinkle shade of purple. So here you can see I'm just sketching her out a bit, and I was a bit confused about what pose I should do first, but I wanted to do a full body one since I got a full body shot of the character. And yeah, this is just like a laid back version of her drinking some tea or something, probably in like a tavern. You know, I always forget the name of that. Like in fantasy games and books, when there's a tavern, but they have a couple of rooms for travelers to rest. Yeah, that's kind of what I was imagining. But you'll see in the end that I was thinking and debating on whether I should make the background more detailed or not. So this is already the line art. I was done with the sketch, and I always have trouble thinking whether I should immediately choose the color of the line art or just go in with like a black ink and then later change it, but that sometimes takes a lot of work. So I'm still kind of figuring out my digital drawing process, because I've been a traditional artist my whole life. And this was a big switch from May 2025. And now we're already on to the flat colors. And I do like a more vibrant color palette, so I might have saturated the colors a little bit. Now you might not be able to see, but I'm doing some shading on her face. So we're rendering at this point. And rendering clothes, I have a very much a love-hate relationship with that. Depending on the material and how large the drawing is, sometimes it's nice to just take a break and mindlessly render. Oh, the hair though. I love her curly hair. That was, I think, the most fun part of rendering. And then the bandages kind of look on her legs, on the pants she's wearing. I'm not really sure if that has a specific name. So onto the pillows. I was really debating on the colors. These pillows ended up looking like the lesbian pride flag, and well, that wasn't intentional, but if she is a lesbian, if she's even, you know, a she, then I guess I just have a crazy intuition. Some more gold details. And now, as you can see, I was really struggling with the background choice. So she's done, and I was pretty proud of this, especially because I didn't use a single reference, and you can see her original creator up right. Okay, on with the next one. And as you can see, I always have the reference of the character next to the drawing, and I think this one was my favorite one to do. I was just very intrigued by her eyes and the bird. I draw braids a lot, but I always struggle with them, and I just absolutely refuse to learn how to do them properly. If it comes to me spontaneously, it comes. Okay, so you see that I put some red ink over to just symbolize to myself, not symbolize, but signal to myself that this hand is gonna be on top of everything else, just so that it doesn't blend with the rest of her body. And now her hair. Once again, I love saturating a little bit, but I still want to stay true to the original colors of the OCs that were sent to me. And her hands. Now, I wasn't sure if these were like, if this was like a big bodysuit that kind of looks like ripped up tights, and you can see her arms and legs in the original one. But then I saw her face and I realized that these are probably patterns that she naturally has on her skin. And I'm just curious, was she cursed? Is this a birthmark? Is this something that happens when she's using some sort of magic? Is she maybe just a totally different species that naturally has this? Look at her eyes. Very, very interesting. And the shape of the eyes kind of reminded me of lemons. I loved that. I wanted to give her a little goofy expression because the little bird also looked kind of goofy. And guys, I'm one of those people that can't tell ravens and crows apart. I think this is a crow. I think crows are smaller than ravens, but it might be a raven. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. But I loved it. And then I remembered her earrings, added some eyelashes and more shiny hair details and on the crow, and that was that. I did this one in a very short amount of time while eating lunch with my uncle in a nice restaurant, so that was a nice memory. Thank you, guys. And moving on to the final drawing of this video. This was actually the first OC that was sent to me, and I apologize because I forgot his name, but I really liked his design. And also, just so you know, the doodle on the right is not mine. It belongs to I believe the creator of the OC or someone else who maybe drew it for them. So this guy, I noticed, besides his really cute pointy ears, that on the picture on the left, he has a nice shadow over his forehead and nose. And then I noticed that that same shadow is also on the doodle. So I was wondering if that's like a naturally darkened part of his face. I wasn't sure, but I wanted to incorporate it as well, just in case. So after the sketch, you see that I put some blood on his fingers, and now I'm doing the line art. I had fun with him. His eyebrows, his face, he's a very handsome fella. And I was really excited about the sharp nails. Guys, I was a very responsible netizen, and I reached out to the creator of this OC and I asked them if it's fine to include a little bit of blood. Are you proud of me? And they said yes, of course. I was like, I know he's a vampire, but I gotta ask. So, okay, here you can see how I put the shadow over him. And my art style, that was my cat. My art style has like a mixture of sometimes more scribbly and messy lines and shadows, but sometimes it's more clean, like in this fan art. And you'll excuse me while I let my cat go outside. She's absolutely adorable, so there's no way I'm not leaving that in. I love how this OC has purple spikes at the end of his hair. Really contrasts the red nicely. So here we're pretty much done, and I added some shadows in the background and he was done. With vampire OCs, you never know if they're vegetarians, kind of like Draculaura from Monster High, so I had to check everything and I'm happy with him. But before I go, you have to see this wonderful illustration of me that my boyfriend made. And he is not an artist, but he has outdone himself this time. And I, of course, had to revenge attack next to him. So this is my version of him. Just so you know that this channel is led by a very serious adult. Anyway, guys, that would be it. Here's the rest of my social media if you want to support me. Commissions are open, by the way, on my Ko-Fi while I wait for VGen to respond to me. And unfortunately, I have some medical issues, spinal and hip nerve damage, and sciatica. So if you want to help me out, pay my medical bills, you can support me on Ko-Fi by tipping. If you can't, that's totally fine. Please subscribe and comment. Comment a fox emoji if you made it this far. And I'm so happy to have you here. Subscribble or you will have art block for the rest of your life. Bye!